time to get a new Ford with what you want and the way you want it.
If you've ever had this feeling that something, history, religions, and you are about to in addition to, of course, being about connecting people with technology. Well, you're going to be connected to technology via being connected smart city-wise. Now, they tell you having a smart city means, hey, we got free Wi-Fi everywhere. Well, smart cities start that way, but then smart cities will evolve as they condition people more and more to accept technology and eventually accept technology in their bodies. This includes smart cars. This includes smart street lights, smart this, smart that. And this is all about, obviously, control to the point where they finally control you. Remember, the only thing that you have that they can't take as of right now is your mind, your thoughts, you. And that's what they want. They want to be in your head. They want it for pre-crime purposes. They want it because they want it. As sick as that sounds. They want to know what you're thinking. They want total control of you. Smart cities, 5G into 6G, will lead to that. Now, smart cities, they've been mentioned for a while. We know they've done demos. Well, now Dallas is looking to turn itself into a smart city. Oh, that's right, Dallas. So even places that you think are Republican states, because we all know here on this channel that they're completely fake and a mirage. And you have to be smart enough not to fall into that paradigm, even though it's easy to get pulled into it, because you see what lunatics live on the left. You got to realize that all these politicians, including, I believe his name's Governor Abbott down in Texas, who happens to be a World Economic Forum puppet, including him, all these guys, they're all on board for the fourth industrial revolution, and that has to do with the enhancement in technology and smart cities. And Texas looks like it's on board.
Is working to become a smart city with wireless internet access everywhere. Right now, it is limited to certain areas, but today city leaders voiced a big picture plan for the future that could also bring Dallas big bucks. Ken Kaltoff has the story.
Devices that will attach to the lights can handle Wi-Fi and also cameras with gunshot detection for public safety in what was once a high crime area. Councilman Jaime Resendez also pushed for the new streets that will help put this spot at the top of the technology list.
To me, it's about equity and access to opportunity for all. Everyone in every part of the city should be able to reach their full potential and have access to the same types of resources as folks in other parts of our city.
Red Cloud was selected for this demonstration project as Dallas seeks to expand the push to become a smart city. The Red Cloud network will get a fiber optic connection to a fire station nearby as the city of Dallas considers a citywide fiber network that could bring this capability to many other places.
I believe that's going to help a lot of people around here, man, a lot, especially if it's just easy for them to connect. There should be no reason for nobody to say, I can't go to school or anything like that, or even work. It's a big challenge, especially work. People work from home.
Dallas used federal COVID relief money in the pandemic to get several other neighborhoods wired up with Wi-Fi on new streetlight poles to help kids with stay-at-home schoolwork. But now officials are thinking much bigger.
This is really transformational and we need it.
Council members and staff today were talking how to manage all the data and how to make money from a citywide fiber network that could one day cut property tax rates.
Let's celebrate what we're doing here as a council because this is very forward thinking, and let's show the rest of the nation that Dallas is where it's at and this is how you do it and do it right.
Red Cloud and an East Dallas neighborhood will be the next for free Wi-Fi later this year. In Dallas, Ken Kaltoff, NBC5.
So why is this dangerous? It's dangerous in a lot of ways. They market this however they want, right? And of course, they're not going to market it and scare anyone to death, even though most people will not be scared of smart cities because they love technology. They live for technology. But what they don't realize is that this technology is going to be in them, and guess what? They probably wouldn't care anyway. This is happening not only in Dallas, we also see plans of it in New Orleans. And cities across this country are going to become smart cities. They're going to start and just say, hey, it's easier to access Wi-Fi. You'll have a signal everywhere. People will be like, that's great. Great. Now I can walk down the road in New Orleans. You know, I could be down there in Mardi Gras, and instead of looking around me at what's going on, I'll just be on my phone because I have Wi-Fi all the time, and I'll walk right into it. How fast their internet is, can they have it? They don't realize that they're programming them for smart cities because this is where the infrastructure where people are going to be thrown into but they're going to want to live in it because they're going to make it seem like this utopian, clean energy, no filth. Oh, everything's wireless. There's no car accidents because all the cars are controlled by the 5G tower. Thing after thing after thing. And these idiots were discussed Monday at a briefing for the Council Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. And the guy he had a tone in his voice. I wonder if he's on the Hershey Highway. Isn't it crazy how you can see what somebody's preference is in in the bedroom based on how they talk? That's nothing with the brain with that, right? You're just like, oh, well, I know what he does in his spare time in his room based on how his body language and how he talks. Yeah, that's not programmable. Yikes. Right now, they say the city's free Wi-Fi is limited to certain areas with more to be added by the end of the year. But Monday's discussion was about a very big picture for the future. And as city council members seeing dollar signs. Of course, many future connections could work through the proposed city network. This is so exciting, they say, and I think it's the beginning of many ways of a huge amount of data and important changes for our city. Right? Data means control. Right? The more data that they have, it means the more data they're getting on you. And again, that's what they ultimately want. They want to control and know your thoughts at all times. Pre-crime is not a thing of fiction. Pre-crime is a thing of reality. We're seeing it right now. We see that they go, if you're, somebody who's a quote unquote truther or someone like that, they're monitoring you. And if they think you're going to make a move, they come and get you. That's called pre-crime. You're like, they jumped in and stopped it from happening. What? When nobody's planning on doing anything else, because they want to make sure that they're protected at all times. The only way they can do that is to know what you're thinking at all times. And if you're thinking anything that they don't like, goodbye. You go meet Luca Brasi and you sleep with the fishes. So many future connections could work. The proposed city network, they say, through the city network, I should say. This is so exciting. I think it's the beginning. Like they're very ready for the large amount of data